Malie.
I call Priyanca Radhakrishnan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is with pleasure that I rise to take a call on the Tariff PACER Plus Amendment Bill. And I say with pleasure because I'm actually a new member of the Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Select Committee, and this is the first trade-related bill that I've had the honour to speak to in this House. Mr. Simon O'Connor's left, but what a fine Select Committee it is under his chairmanship as well. The Tariff PACER Plus bill, and indeed the time that I've spent on the Select Committee has given me a much greater insight into how we can use trade policy to contribute to addressing some of the global and regional issues of concern. And indeed, our Trade for All agenda that the government recently announced, and indeed we're launching public consultations on the Trade for All agenda, and I'm looking forward to the Auckland consultation that I'll get to attend next week. Indeed, that's what the agenda does, and even though I'm a relatively new member to this House, I've had the privilege of going on some of our overseas trips that have been trade-focused as well, and I've seen the kudos that this government has received because of the inclusivity of our trade negotiations internationally, where trade isn't just trade for the sake of, but also looks at mitigating some of the impacts that it might have in terms of our environment, of being inclusive of some of the more marginalised groups when it comes to trade, and in fact looking at some of the gender aspects of trade as well, which is what our Trade for All agenda does. Mitigating the climate change impacts that our Pacific nations are undergoing, in fact, as well. And that's why the Tariff PACER Plus Amendment Bill is so exciting. It's not just a trade negotiation, but it's a trade negotiation that takes into account some of the aspirations and the needs of our Pacific partners as well. Because we all know that a stable and prosperous Pacific is a secure Pacific, and New Zealand is part of the Pacific. The global trading environment is one that's becoming much more challenging for small countries, particularly like ours.
Sorry to interrupt the member, but it has come time for me to leave the chair for the dinner break. The House will resume at 7:30 p.m.